Let's switch to education a little bit. Most area school districts received a lower grade on the state report cards that were recently released. Do you believe this is a reflection on our schools, on the state's report card system, or the mandates that are required?
The mandates, definitely. I have been, as a former teacher, very distressed to see this whole report card system, the whole new way of doing things for education. I feel the schools have gone downhill with all the efforts to supposedly improve them. And the idea that the Findlay schools are doing as poorly as what they said is just ridiculous. I know they're a very fine school system. I know they have wonderful teachers, and I think the students are learning a lot. They just don't reflect reality. The setup is very faulty, relying on all this testing. The testing is terrible. It's hard on the students. It does not allow teachers to really teach. They have to teach to the test all the time. It's a miserable situation, and it's very bad for our kids. I think that in order to restore things, we have to get rid of the testing. We may have to start from the ground up again, but to put things more where teachers actually have the input, people who are educated for that, stop trying to run it like a business. Education can never be like a business.
Well, I think that if you ask parents, they want to see what their children are doing in the classroom. They want to see how they compare to other students across the state. And one of the things that we've done is we've required, after third grade, for kids to pass the third grade reading guarantee to make sure that when they go to fourth grade, they've got the reading skills necessary to be able to learn social studies and science and all those other subjects from fourth grade on up. Now, you look at, before we implemented that test as a state, in some cases our graduation rates in terms of reading from third grade to fourth grade were in the 70 percentile range. After making that test mandatory and making it mandatory that students not advance unless they have those basic reading skills, all of a sudden our passage rates now are in the 90th percentile in our school district. So I think that shows that school districts can respond when asked to respond. And you're seeing, I think, a lot of kids that are now going to fourth grade that have the necessary skill set to perform not only in fourth grade but beyond into junior high school to learn those other subjects. With regards specifically to the question, I think that the low scores are obviously a result of where the state has put the bar. Obviously, nothing has changed in terms of the job that our school systems are doing. I agree that I think our school systems are doing an excellent job on average to help our students. And I think we probably need to go back and look at some adjustments to the grade card. But I think that over the long pull, as we set the bar higher, our educational system will continue to respond. And we want to run it not for the benefit of the teachers or the administrators, but really for the benefit of those kids and parents to make sure that they're getting the very best education that they can. And I think the parents deserve to know what's going on in the classroom, what the quality of the education is. And one of the only ways that you can get that on a standardized basis to compare with other districts is through the testing.